How about I start off this video with something on a more pleasant side. Our temperature today is going to be the high of 70. Yay! And from what it looks like and what I've heard and all that, it seems like spring has actually sprung here. So thank goodness. Hopefully that leads me to better health again. So I can get out more, walk Marmaduke, and he gets healthier, and hopefully all that works out. I can get out and do stuff without feeling so chilled. Right now it says it's 52, so anyway, about Marmaduke, I have been wondering since the first time he did that about not being able to find, the dog, not being able to find the door to get back in, if the very cold weather had something to do with it. And he would also forget that he's already been out, and it just seems like it comes and goes. That's probably just hope, hoping that's all it is the weather. Yeah, he's an old dog, so, I've seen a dog with doggy dementia, so, yeah, and it kind of reminded me of that, so. Okay, and another thing is I've started getting more into feeding the wildlife around my house. Squirrels. It's mainly squirrels, birds, and it started really with a rabbit that there were two of them. One of them looked really bad, and that was in the front yard, and another one in the backyard. It was just too tiny, not really like overly skinny. And I've seen a squirrel like that too. So I found some good feed for them, so I'm feeding them now back front yard, and I was just feeding them in the backyard. Now I'm feeding in the front yard too. It seems like maybe some don't go in the backyard. And one of them is a squirrel, and she's going to be a mommy before too long. It's kind of obvious before too long. So I don't know. I'm finding more enjoyment and stuff like that these days. Okay, and overall, I'm getting more used to doing kind of a vlog-ish, drive vlog, maybe, videos. There were always vlogs, but, I had a particular topic, and then now I'm going to go into a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately, and it's not so good. And I go back and forth from telling myself, to shelter myself from this kind of stuff, or to say, no, that's putting my head in the sand, back and forth on that. And that's about these, what I've been talking about lately, these different, viewing different channels and being a little disturbed by some of them. Some of them are good, but some of them are disturbing. Okay, like the one I mentioned yesterday that seems to be trying to isolate people. Now, I'm thinking it's a woman. I've never seen the woman, the person doing the video, it's just, and you know how you can change the voice, alter the voice. And I'm thinking it's a woman, though. She's never said straight out, don't watch anybody else, just watch me, but it's very implied to me. And I watched more yesterday, I didn't really need validation because one was enough to me. And yeah, I watched more and got really that feeling of it's very disturbing when you feel like somebody's trying to isolate. Now, that goes way back into my past. When I was a child, where I grew up, there was a church that isolated all of the kids, their students. They made their own church and isolated them all from all of us. And one of them was, she was more of a friend of a friend, and I knew her very well. And yeah, they did not want their children to be around heathens like the rest of us. Yeah, seriously. And I took great offense to that in more ways than one, to be considered a heathen. Yeah, I grew up in a very strict religious Christian family, and it was very disturbing to me for them to, state it and have no problem, and that we were all heathens if we weren't part of that church. So, no. And that seemed to be the word that they enjoyed using. For some reason, it comes to my mind this way. Yeah. I don't know, it was a long time ago. But so when I see anything like that, it does bother me. It's like a cult to me. So, but watching more of that, yeah. I didn't watch too much. I watched really one more, I think, and just bits of another or two. Yeah, and I showed Adam, and he said, yeah, he can see that. I didn't tell him at first. I told him after he watched them how I felt about it, and he said, yeah, he can see it leading in that direction. And so I know it's not just me. But after that, yeah, I don't watch them all day long. I've got other things going on. But when I usually like to watch them, later at night when the house kind of calms down and everything. And I did. One of them was like, mine wasn't an alarmist. It was an awareness. To be aware of this could be a problem, become a problem. And another woman, she did one that was, for awareness. And it was more of a community, kind of YouTube community, the community guidelines and stuff like that. She's been doing videos like that to warn people, what you're doing on your videos, on the comments and stuff. So has YouTube been doing that. And they do go into detail about what you can and can't do, give examples. And some of the examples are things like, you can't make a video to humiliate someone, okay, or to just drag, I don't know the wording for that. I should have brought my tablet, my iPad. But, basically you're trying to harm the other creator, So, anyway, she did one on that, and I watched their own video. I don't name the names of channels, but I watched theirs, and it was pretty bad. It was part of it that bothered me was they got demonetized. Well, that is not the part that bothers me. It was one of the reasons I had not seen, or maybe I did, and it wasn't something I'd really thought deep enough about. It's about repetition. Doing the same kinds of videos over and over, which I found interesting. Maybe it was an AI glitch. I don't know, but I've read what I read. That's what it's basically saying. But I would check it out if you're interested in that. Okay, and another thing that I did watch is people do these live videos, and that same person made fun of somebody. That bothered me, seriously bothered me. Somebody, I don't know what the person's official diagnosis is, or diagnoses, but it wouldn't be appropriate for somebody to pick fun on that person, and they did. And this is supposedly a life coach, or is a life coach, says she's a life coach, but I cannot imagine. I just don't see that would be something they would do, is to pick fun at somebody because they have some kind of, maybe it's a disability or something. Yeah, even if it's just implied. So, yeah. Okay, and then there was one that was more of a, just, how you can watch people on YouTube and you follow their story, that they have a story. I don't have really a story to my videos. The vlog that's really like today, it's this happened, and tomorrow they talk about, the next day they talk about what was the conclusion along this line. And I saw basically two of them, kind of, I've watched for years. I don't know if they even know that I'm alive. It's a different community than I've ever been in. And, but you know how that is. So you can watch people, they don't know that you're alive, and people can watch you and you don't even know they're alive. You don't know that they exist. You don't know who they are at all. Some people never leave comments. And I'm not good at leaving comments myself, so I'll watch, but I don't leave that many comments. But yeah, it was kind of good to see what was going on and all that. So, some of it was good. But I'm more into watching, what is it called? Murdoch Murders on Hulu. They have all, I don't know how many seasons, maybe 12. I only thought it was something new, and because I had no clue. And I found that interesting, the show. It's I don't know what year it's based in. I need to pay more attention to that. But I like it. It's so colorful, and it's, yeah, you should watch it. I mean, you could if you want to. I don't give advice. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I want to go into this store and need to buy some plastic spoons. Yeah. So let's see what happens. I'll do that on a video tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm kind of still a little, I need to go eat is what it is. Okay, I'll wrap it up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.